What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Ashley Kamadu, and I'm starting to think that I should redo this video because I ended up watching it, and I probably should have waited a while before I made that video, but um, it's like because I was so frustrated I couldn't find uh figure out the words to say. There's no good lighting in this place, so you might just see me walk around. No, but I'm gonna just grab my phone charger, sit by the door. So, what I'm talking about is the Once Upon a Time season finale. I had literally just finished watching it as soon as I made the video, and I probably should have waited a while before I actually created the video because I kind of missed some points that I should have went over. Because that's how frustrated it was, because I couldn't figure out what the hell to say, and it was just mostly me getting frustrated on why I couldn't express how I felt. So after a while, I was on Tumblr, and I was getting other insights and whatnot, and then when I was supposed to be doing schoolwork, I was reading Lily Sparks' little summary of the season finale, which got me to kind of redo this video a bit. So I'm still mad about the season finale because Emma's gonna go back to the not go back. She's gonna go to the underworld to go save Hup, and Rumpelstiltskin is still the Dark One, and it's like he's fallen so far, came back, and the writers still make him the tricky bastard that he is, and that pisses me off too because it seems like for Rumpelstiltskin, it just seems like the character development for him will never happen. It's like, oh, he'll develop as a character, then go back on his word. Like 2 seconds afterwards. Which actually is kind of funny because Rumpelstiltskin and Hook have a lot more in common than they actually think. So one point that I forgot to mention in the other video was the fact that Killian killed Merlin. And the dark curse is supposed to be used to use the heart of the person you love the most. That was some convenient ass shit that all dark ones are connected, so that means that he can use Merlin's heart because Nimue was Merlin was Nimue's most valued possession. Probably not, but the person she loves the most. I think that's what it was supposed to be. And I don't remember how many episodes we actually had with Merlin in it, and then they just kill him off. And that bothers me too because people of color get screwed over the most. They brought back Marion for a while, and then they decided, I don't know when they decided to change that to Zelina. That made me mad too. And then we only I don't remember how long ago it was when we saw Sydney. He doesn't exist anymore. Leopold. No, not Leopold. That's not his name. Lancelot. I think it was. Where the hell did he go? Yeah, people of color get screwed over a lot in this show. What else? I get that, like, Emma took away their memories, so they didn't remember anything. But there was a way to go around that. It's like, oh, like, so Killian finally got his memories back. The Emma made him a dark one. Couldn't they wait a couple of more episodes for him to deal with that fact before he started actually showing that, like, he is evil? Because I feel like if someone that was like trying to resist the darkness, um it would take a while for him to finally accept that he wants to be the dark one or something. What also pisses me off about Killian being the dark one was he was the most avid person telling Emma not to use dark magic, but the moment he became a dark one, he's like, oh, fuck that shit, I'ma fuck shit up. And that's like fucked up within itself, because it's like he doesn't want Emma using dark magic, but the moment it piques his interest, it's like, it doesn't matter, I'm a man, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And he's immortal, Rumpelstiltskin's not, so he decides to have this whole duel with him. And it was like, I just feel like they were just filling up time. And back about, like, with the whole, like, Killian and his father thing, that could have, like, that whole scene should have been handled a bit better. And it, like, as a man, as a person that was an orphan too, it doesn't make any sense for him to berate Emma for being an orphan either. Because they both didn't have a choice in what their parents did to them. They just had to deal with it. At least Emma didn't kill her parents. And I really like, for like that split second, I want to know what the fuck happened to his half brother. Because for someone that was so mad at their father for leaving him, he didn't really give a fuck about, like, orphaning his half brother. Also, what the hell happened to Arthur? Like, after I think they got Excalibur, he just disappeared. And it was like, what happened to that story? Like, was that a story arc where, like, about, like, the whole Camelot thing? It's like, I think, like, as soon as they went back to Storybrooke, and it was like the episodes when Emma started revealing the true nature of, like, the dark curse. It's like he disappeared. The the story, like the whole writing for this season was okay, kind of subpar. So, like, what confuses me is that, like, they brought in Merida. Don't like. I was like, when I first heard of that, I'm like, oh, that's cool. But, like, the way they brought it up, it was like kind of random, and what have you. So, like, Merida was here for a while, then she disappears as well. Um, what the hell ever happened to Mulan and Ruby? Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to do something with them, with the way they made Ruby fall on top of Mulan. And uh, I would have been okay if they tried to, like, make Ruby and Mulan, like, a thing. If Ruby and Mulan were, like, more, like, important characters that they could, like, that they, because they've excuse me, uh Once Upon a Time actually has proven that these two characters are expendable because the moment Mulan figured out that Aurora was, I think it was, she was pregnant and marrying Philip, she went off the joint with the merry man. Why she didn't, how she wasn't brought to Storybrooke with Robin Hood, plot holes. And then like Ruby disappearing since Neil's naming day. I don't know. Uh, and there's and with the whole, cause like I'm a Swan Queen fan. I personally think Regina's the best person for Emma because for one, Henry, or it's like Henry's already okay with Regina because that's his adoptive mother, and for me, like the chemistry that Emma, Regina, and Henry have together when it comes to like problems and whatnot, they get shit done. It just, and it kind of seems random when Hook was buying a house for Emma and Henry was a part of it. Personally, excuse me. Personally, I think Henry shouldn't be involved with his parents' love interest because they shouldn't have a say in what happens in his life because it's none of their business because they're not his father. He doesn't need a father figure. And with the whole underworld thing, because I, even though I'm not going to be watching it as a big diehard fan, I'll still watch it. I hope and pray that that something is going to happen because I was on Tumblr. Oh my god, my throat. I was on Tumblr and like I was reading this text post and like it was a valid point. It compared Neil and Hook. Emma had to fake lose Neil, then real lose him. Maybe that will happen with Killian. I hope it does because for a show that has like imprinted in our mind magic cannot bring back the dead. It's kind of like it's going back on a code that they already made. Hopefully with that new season, I hope that Hades becomes a thing because they're going to the underworld. Disney has made a Hercules movie. I mean, come on. Make it a thing. Shit. Um, like even with Killian, going back to Killian with being the dark one, even though Killian didn't have memories of becoming the dark one, wouldn't one feel that energy? Wouldn't one feel like the new energy that's in you? Because I don't know, if I feel like if I lost my memories about becoming a dark one, I would probably feel an inkling that something has changed within me and something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Sorry, I was really obsessed with Wicked right now. Speaking of which, excuse me, uh, being a Wicked fan, there could have been a lot. There can be a lot they can do if they make Emma and Regina the thing. Because how uncanny, like it's so like the connections that like Alphaba and Glenda have with Emma and Regina, it's kind of like creepy and and cool. I don't know how to explain it because it's hard to explain, but like the parallels between the two ships is interesting within itself. um Anyways, back to my little rant. Killian is not a good man. It's kind of been evident that he wasn't. Whatever happened to like there's like so many like unresolved questions that I don't like just like random questions hanging in the air. What happened to Merlin's body? Where has baby Neil been most of this episode? Why are the only other people living in this town the dwarves? Why were the dwarves involved anyway? Because Killian specifically said he was gonna hurt her family. He branded Regina, Robin Hood, the Charmings, Henry, and the dwarves. First of all, Robin Hood is not her fucking family. Was that just a deal he made with Zelina? Because if that's the case, yeah, give everybody back. Just keep Robin Hood. Anyways, and like Killian and Robin Hood have a lot of things in common as well. They're both douchey men. Uh, Killian has always been a snake. Robin Hood had this code of his, broke Regina's heart, got back with her, and they still don't seem like they have any like it still doesn't seem like Regina and Robin Hood has the deep connection that they have like that she has with Emma. The amount of looks Regina gives Emma, like the looks of affection that Regina gives Emma more than Robin Hood, is actually pretty fucking funny. Especially when people put it out on Tumblr and there's like pictures on top of pictures on top of pictures, and it's like, oh, the way Regina looks at Robin Hood, it's just like, I don't know. Moving on. Hopes for, is this still gonna be season 5 or season 6? Hopes for what's to come. Killian uh doesn't come back. They don't share a heart. Uh shit. I had it. I had it. Yeah, Killian and Emma don't share a heart. He actually dies. Um Zelina magically comes back and steals her daughter. Don't know why I want that as a hope, because I feel like Zelina has hope. I mean, Regina tried to give Zelina that option to like be with her daughter because that's how like she stopped being the evil queen, because like her love for Henry and whatnot. And it confuses me that Regina gave Zelina that option and go back to that, back on her word and send her to Oz. Also, what also bothers me is the fact that like Regina denied Emma going to dinner because in their last moments, just to exile Zelina. That doesn't sound like a Regina thing. Regina wouldn't just in her last moment go with her quote unquote true love to banish her half sister to Oz, knowing that she might never see her like my Henry again. Henry is with the Charmings at the diner. So why would she decide to go exile Zelena versus spending time her last moments with her son? I don't know. That was kind of interesting too. um I think Killian was right calling Emma a distraction because the way it was so huh. Why can I not speak today? With the way it was so easy for him to like flip on her. Yeah, that was interesting. And ooh, this is how you know he's evil and that he's a terrible character when he calls his first love soiled. That was beyond rude because it just shows to me that I don't think Killian ever loved anybody. Because even if he was had this darkness in his heart, it was because of that death which made him go on the path he's on. So with that, I think I might stop this video. I just to get over with this because this is getting long, and though I didn't ramble as much as I did in the other video, I kind of like got talked about points that I wanted to and yeah, I'm Ashley Kamaru, and it was video game day at my school, so I was repping Kingdom Hearts, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.